guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kay, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at my empties from September. Now if you're not sure what an empties video is, basically it's where people like myself use up their beauty products, hang on to the rubbish and then talk about how they feel about those products at the end of the month. But before we dive straight into that, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been hanging around waiting for me to post videos. I've had quite a lot going on over the last few months, so my uploads have been very few and far between. So I just want to say thank you to anyone that stuck around, and thank you to anyone that has subscribed during that time. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to try and actually give you something to watch now. So diving into these products then, no particular order, I'm just going to pull them out sort of as they come and talk about them. I don't really have a lot this month. There's a few bits, but really not a lot. But there's enough for me to make a video out of, so let's get on with it. So first thing that I'm pulling out is from Rituals. And this is a moisturiser. This is the Cream On Nourishing Body Cream, and this one is in the fragrance The Ritual of Holly. I like Rituals products. I love the scent of them, and they always work quite well for me as well. This one isn't my favourite scent. That's probably either the Sakura or the Ayurveda fragrance. When I first started using this, I wasn't sure about the fragrance at all, but the more I used it, the more I actually liked it. And by the time I'd finished with it, I was sort of like, you know, yeah, this is alright, I could use this. So not necessarily going to run out and repurchase another one, but if I was to have one come into my life again one way or another, I would be more than happy to use it. The moisturiser itself is quite effective for me, so yeah, happy with that one. Next we've got a little sample from Elemis, and this was the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I kind of liked this. As a cleansing balm it was okay, but it definitely isn't my favourite. I just found that it didn't remove as much as I would have liked, but it is only a sample, so I probably got a couple of uses out of this. Maybe I wasn't using enough, maybe I should have just used it all in one go, I'm not sure. I would probably want to try some more before I gave a definitive sort of opinion, but I'm not about to run out and repurchase something that I'm not sure about, so not going to repurchase it. But the fragrance of this was actually quite nice. It's sort of, well, a little bit marine-y, but it's sort of a little bit herbally is what sort of springs to mind when I give this a sniff. So I liked this, so yeah, so I liked the fragrance, but the effectiveness I'm undecided about. So that's that one. Oh, you have to excuse me, something has leaked a little bit in this tub. Next we've got a lip scrub, and this was from Barrym. This is the Watermelon Lip Scrub. I love this. I love the formula of this. I've used a couple of these before, not in this particular flavour. I never know whether it's a flavour or a fragrance, but we'll go with flavour. But I really did enjoy this, and I did like the watermelon flavour as well. So I would definitely repurchase one of these. I've got a peppermint one that I'm using at the moment, but when that has run out, I am probably going to get another one of these. So yeah, used it, liked it, will buy again. I think I found the culprit of the thing that leaked, and it was this. So it's the Trilogy Certified Organic Rose Hip Oil. It's just a little sample size. I actually really did like this. It wasn't too greasy or heavy on the skin. It was just a nice oil to use that made me feel hydrated. I didn't notice any adverse effects from it, such as breakouts or anything like that. So yeah, really like that. At the moment I don't need to repurchase an oil. I've got a few sort of in my collection that I need to get through. But again, this is something that if it came into my life again, I wouldn't be unhappy to use it. So that was that one. And now I'm all oily, beautiful. Next we've got perfume, and this is from Jean Arthurs. We'll go with that pronunciation, it's probably wrong. This is the You're One in a Melon fragrance, so it's fruity. I had this in a Glossybox I think last year. Wasn't sure about the fragrance initially, it kind of grew on me, was very summery, so I sort of used it for a couple of months, put it away, forgot all about it, and then I actually used this as part of my Project Pan. I introduced it a couple of months ago. Side note, if you are wondering where my Project Pan series is, I am planning to do another video this month, but as I said, I've been really busy, so I have missed a couple of uploads of those, sorry, but I'm planning on getting back on that. But anyway, this perfume, I finished it, it is empty, I can't get any more out of it. I liked it, wouldn't repurchase it though, it wasn't my favourite fragrance. It was nice enough, it's not something that I'm desperate to have in my life. There is a fly in here, that's amazing. But yeah, some more sort of perfumey things. I've got a couple of samples here, both are Dior actually, did not notice that, but there you go. So we've got the Miss Dior in Rose and Roses, and we've got the Dior Joy. Basically I've got a bag of samples of perfume and I've decided I'm going to try and work my way through them. So these were the first two that I just plucked out of the bag, and that's pretty much all I've done, is just dipped my hand in and pulled one out, and there you go. So out of the two, I think I preferred the Joy fragrance, but again, same as with the You're One in a Melon, it's not something that I'm desperate to have in my life. They were both quite floral, which is more sort of my preference, and the Joy was definitely more delicate than the Miss Dior, but yeah, not overwhelmed by either of them. But yeah, that's those. Then we're on to a few makeup products. So the first one that I'm pulling out is from Hourglass, and this is the Veil Mineral Primer. Again, this was part of my Project Pan. You can see it is empty. I literally had to get a cotton budding to scrape the sides because the tube doesn't quite reach the bottom and doesn't get all of the product out. I ended up with about this much just sort of sitting at the bottom that I couldn't reach. So yeah, bit of an effort to try and get to the bottom of it, but nothing that I was unwilling to do. So that was that. I like this product, I quite enjoyed using it. It's not my overall favourite primer. If you've been with me for a while, you'll know that I've said before that the NYX Angel Veil is similar to this. It's not a dead-on dupe, but it's similar, and I actually prefer the texture of it. So I would definitely repurchase that over this, but this isn't something that I would hate to use. So that's that. Another Project Pan empty is the Pony Effect Concealer. Please excuse the state of this. It's a bit of a mess. Let me just try and clean that up a little bit before I get it everywhere. It's so messy. But yeah, as I said, part of my Project Pan. Took me a long time to finish this. Not my favourite concealer. I did have issues with it when I first introduced it to my Project Pan, because it seemed to just make me look older. I discovered that once I changed the foundation I was using, it sort of played a lot more nicely with it, so it didn't make me look quite so bad. So yeah, took me a long time to finish it, but once I got going with it, I kind of got going with it, so it's now done. I wouldn't repurchase because, as I said, not my favourite. But yeah, it was alright, but it's done, and I'm not altogether unhappy to see the back of it. It's been with me for a while. And then the last thing that we've got in this little tub is a mascara, and this is the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. So I started, So I started using this probably about 3 months ago, 2, 3, something like that. Again, this is part of my project pan. You're getting a lot of insights into what's happening on project pan here without actually having a video. But there you go. But yeah, started it, wasn't sure I liked it. I sort of flitted between, yeah, it's alright, to no, I don't really like it, back to, yeah, it's alright. And I think I've settled upon, it's okay. It's not amazing, it's not my favourite. But again, if I was to get another one in a goodie bag or something like that, I wouldn't be throwing it out, I would use it up. But yeah, I'm not going to sort of spend money on it just so that I can have it in my life. And that brings us quite quickly for me to the end of my empties. So now it's over to you guys. Let me know what you think of the products that I've talked about. Maybe you've used some of them and you like them. Maybe you agree with me on the ones that I didn't like. Just let me know in the comments down below. I'm always interested to hear other people's thoughts and opinions. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you could hit that thumbs up button for me. It just helps to let me know you're enjoying my content. If you're not already subscribed, I'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button too. And with all of that being said, I hope everyone's well, hope everyone's, you know, healthy and all of that. And I will see you all again in another video very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.